Loops is who we're going to review today. So this is Loops. He's at 2900 SR. Gonna be playing a little bit of Junkrat. Skip ahead. Whoa, a little bit too much ahead. Sure. So, just a little mindfulness. If you ever see a Hammond dive your backlines, normally they're going to try to, they try to escape after, they do or do not get something. It's always good to throw down a trap based on what you think he's going to escape to. Also, it's a 10-second cooldown. If you get 10 seconds to buy, go ahead and use it. Like, right there, you want to throw a trap. Specifically on top of that house, there's just a really good chance that anyone's going to hit it. Okay. So, I actually don't mind the fact that you walked up there all slow-like because you saved 2 concussive mines, and you got to be able to use one of them right away, got a kill on a Widow. The second one, at least you had it, and you tried to use it on the Ana, but didn't get it. That's fine. Oh. And that's Widow for you. But yeah, so sometimes it's okay to take the slow route. You do gain an advantage from it, so use that advantage for what it's worth. Obviously, the quick route, you use resources, but then you have one less resource. Okay, at this point, you're kind of going for alt charge. Okay, good. Yeah, with so many deaths and then Widow used alt, I would actually get farther back from here because they're staggering that. Zarya is so bad. They still have wall hacks up. You're in a bad spot. Yeah, okay. You got lucky. If you died there, that would have been another 20-second delay for your team. So, just fall back. Don't be afraid to fall back. Okay, not a bad thought. Good job. That was perfect. Well, perfect. You would have killed the the Widow as well. At times like these, I would alt. Alt, please. Alt. There we go. Just secure that point. Sure. That is one way to secure it, is cut off the reinforcements and hope your team can kill them. Alright. Oh, and he just went in there. He challenged the Junkrat in the closing area. So, perfect. There are 2 options that you could have gone with there. Cut off the reinforcements, make them deal with your shit and choke points. The soldier kind of should have just ran past you. But either way, that's one way to deal with the point. You just hope your team, with the numbers advantage, can kill the enemy team on the card itself. Be careful going out. Oh, that's so sweet if you get that, but yeah, it's not going to happen. But every now and then you gotta take risks, boys. And the only way to learn to shoot a Pharah in the air is to shoot at a Pharah in the air. So, for what it's worth, probably don't do that in a serious type environment, but, do what you can do here. Don't be afraid to drop down on this point. Okay, so for that exact reason right here. Alright, so if we go like Inception style, and we look at a staircase, wow, 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 from this point of view. So that when I made that noise, everyone's looking at the staircase from this view. So this wonky ass, this fucking Dr. Seuss looking staircase. understand that one big part of Junkrat, well, a big part of Junkrat, it's not very subtle, is that his projectile is slow. So the longer people can see it for, the easier chance they have to dodge it. So what you're doing, you're shooting down this staircase all the way up here, and they can see the grenade, and they can see the grenade, and they can see the grenade, and they have all this time to dodge it. But if you fell down here, and this is one of Junkrat's kind of his specialty, is you shoot a grenade right up here. So you shoot it like this. And you give no one any chance to see the grenade at any point on the staircase. If you want to get a lot of easy kills on important staircases, this is it. You essentially remove all ability for them to dodge your projectile, which more or less kind of sort of removes the disadvantage of it being a slow projectile. Don't get me wrong, if you shoot it up and they shoot for certain like this, they have less chance to dodge because they're just on a staircase, right? The staircase is only so wide, they're trying to get the advantage up the stairs. So you have a good chance of hitting it even if they can see it. But if you make it really subtle like this, people get so fucking pissed. Even professional players, I've seen them on their streams, they're like, that Junkrat got lucky. Like, they're so lucky, it was just spam. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm shooting in a very particular way that you don't even understand. So yeah, there's that. A big part of playing Junkrat at the higher levels is reducing your visibility. And right there, those are some good soldier shots. Fuckers in, what is this, platinum? Oh, those are... Fuck it, it was worth it. Man, when you catch someone being sneaky, those are the best. You caught a Pharah being sneaky, even better.
The payload is in my charge. Let us move it.
Oh. Oh! Okay. So, the other thing you could have done, your soldier was shooting at someone. There's probably someone still behind you, and it's the hammer. There he is. So, use visual cues from your teammates, and because I don't join team chat, I have to do this a lot. I like this play. Oh, such a good play. No. Dominate that room. Dominate that room. It's always good when you push up, take in a closed-in area, and force the enemy into a bad position, because, like, if they want to... I like this. Alright, you're prepping an idea. You're kind of in an open spot. And you panic. So, again, remember what I just told you guys on a different review, where I was like, look, don't just jump in the middle of, 6 people. That's 2 people hooked together. I don't know. Because if you jump in here, you're going to try to figure out that. You got to figure out this way. You got to figure. There's too many things you got to figure out. Too many variables. It doesn't matter because you're going to get shot from one of these angles no matter what. Pick a side. Cleave towards the center of it. Get this viewpoint where you can see straight down the middle, and you can make a better decision. What you did there is you just jumped in the middle of everyone, and you shot one side, but guess what? You're going to get shot from the other side because you're in the middle of everything. Also, you're in the air way too long. Use cover. Cover. Gotta use cover. Yep, shit happens. Nothing to learn there. What SR is this again? 2900.
Well, that's a fine. How do you do?
Enemy soldier had some pretty good shots for being 2900. Alright, you probably don't want to delve too deep here. You can get to the other side and just own that closed-in area. You're gonna help your ally because they're doing some crazy shit. Trap the other side. Perfect. It would have been better if it was a little more forward, but yeah, that was the idea. Careful, you're chasing a Hammond and you have 100 health up here. I always understand that a Hammond may just stop and turn around and beat your ass. That sucks. That sucks twice as bad. So I don't mind the decision. Trying to get something, because your team's having a real hard time pushing through here. They keep on taking deaths like that. Get on the cart? Okay, someone's on the cart. I'd actually be a little bit closer to cover. I mean, I guess you guys did kill a lot. Okay, yeah, trap. I was gonna say, you probably want to get, you always want to trap choke points. And understand that when the cart is moving, it will create choke points at different parts of the map. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Use the left and the right side of the cart as choke points for you to get more traps.
You can all just take it easy.
So overall, not terrible. To tell you the truth, you're doing better than the other people I reviewed tonight, because even though you are a lower SR, you aren't doing the thing where you're just running at people and shooting. You're doing it a little bit, but not as bad as running all over the map. You have no time to get out of here, and I would... Holy shit. Okay. I forgot you're in plat. Sure. it's just... Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. These are all good things you're doing right now. Oh! Do a little spin at least. Okay, this is what I mean by... Okay, good. You didn't run straight at him. You're just sitting here. You trapped the backline. Man, these are all good decisions. This is very... It's like, this is really good decision making for 2900. You're worried about that Doom in the back of your head. The Pharaoh's above you, the Doom's still behind you. Okay, this is a little bit runny at them. Probably gonna die right here. So you were just trying to run at him too much. You're trying to really close that distance for no good reason.
If at first you don't succeed, blow it up again.
Jump on the cart or give it up completely. Trap. Yep. So again, whenever you're the most forward that you're going to be and you're turning around, throw a trap there. Drop for a health. Oh, don't go up in the air. Don't go up in the air.
Pass into the iris.
That was actually a pretty good ult. You pop the Zen ult, you kill Diana. Your team like they killed you, whatever. Like you're still driving the tire while you're getting that respawn countdown. And they handled the backlines for you, so that wasn't a bad ult. It really stopped the momentum. The only thing I would say is don't always try to min-max healing. I think a lot of lower SR players will try to do that too much. They're so focused on like, oh, I want to give all my health to my support so they can get ult really quick. Drop down, just get the full fucking health pack, be done with it, start fighting again. One more shot. That's right.
Holy dooly.
The highest tier of voice lines. But to use all 4 at once, that's you're just using all your resources up. Get their backlines. So, what you did there, I think, was the best thing you could have done. I mean, now you gotta try to make it out alive. But like, if your team, let's say if your team did push out, and they were on point, you would have had the backlines would have been focusing on that, and you probably would have got the Ana kill. You did get the Ashe kill. Probably would have got a Zen kill too. That's the worst feeling in the world because that goddamn hit took all your momentum away. There's one thing I dislike about Overwatch is that some abilities just completely overwrite your momentum. It's not like you kept your trajectory with the added Doomfist momentum. It's like his overwrites yours completely. Worth it. I would focus on the cart rather than a shielded. Well, you tried. Yeah, so, obviously Hammond's taken half damage from your grenades. Hammond, it looked like he got 3 heroes worth of shield, so he would have got an extra 400 hit points. He's chilling at 1,000 hit points, you're doing 60 damage a hit. Just don't even waste your time. It's just so much beef to get through. But, let's talk about this. One, you need to trap more. But, overall, pretty good there. I think your decision making is really good for your SR level. It's very, very good decision making. The fact that like when the Doomfist went in the back lines, you trapped behind you, and then you focused on the front. And you, based on your movements, I know you had the Doomfist like in the back of your head, just thinking like, all right, where's he at? When's he gonna attack? Yada yada yada. And that's kind of how you have to handle the situation because you can't trace that guy down. He's way more mobile than you. You work better in choke points, so you got to get your damage, when the cards come around the corner, stuff like that. It was just very good all around knowing what you needed to do at what time and how to basically attempt to mitigate what the Doomfist wanted to do. So your decision making there was really good. I will say you do have a smidge, SMIDG, smidge, of running at people. Running at target. So this is what I commented this a lot on a lot of Junkrats. I know you get more accurate the closer you are to someone to a point. But try not to just run straight at someone while you're fighting them. It's better to use cover. It's better to use like the staircase to your advantage. All that stuff. It's better to use the terrain to your advantage than it is to kind of charge at someone in the open field. It's at your SR level, you can kind of get away with it, but at the higher SR levels, they're going to land their shots and you just can't do it. So I'd say stop trying to do it now. Yeah, running at people is rough. I think every time I wanted you to ult, you did ult. So I mean, your ult's there. You're on target there. Your vision was good. Your logistics, your positioning. I mean, you're holding key targets or key points from relatively safe places. Well, you could still do damage. I mean, yeah, I think your positioning was pretty damn good. Your action, again, that's fine. That's just your accuracy. There's no real way to get better at that other than just playing and being like, oh, you gotta hit your shots more. It's just a shitty thing to say. But with more practice, that comes. Positioning. I'm trying to think of where'd you defend point 2 from. Point 3 wasn't bad. How'd you attack? My head. Yeah, I mean, your positioning was pretty damn good. Your decision making was pretty damn good for 2900. I mean, you're doing very well. I think this bit you in the ass more than a couple times. I think your alt usage as well. I think you're doing everything well. This is really the only thing I could kind of point out to help you deal with this. I would say you're a little bit closer than I would like. And at the same time, it's funny. This is kind of like an oxymoron. You're too close at times, and other times you're not close enough. And what I mean by that is when you're not close enough, essentially like when you're pushing that last point, instead of staying, so let's say this is where you capture this point 2 and you go into that area in point 3. Right, there's the one entrance here by your spawn. And there's this little entrance. You know, you got that rock here. Kind of goes like this. Something like that. So you kept on staying back over here on this one for the longest time. And I get it that you're at a disadvantage. And this is one of those times where you kind of gotta take a risk and you gotta hedge your bets. And I like to chill around here if I can. One, it gives me access to this top route, which is a closed-in area. Also, this entire area is what I would call closed in. So if I see someone out of position, I can strike very quickly and get back to cover. And two, if they do press me, I kind of want that to happen because they have the advantage here, as you're stuck at this point for the longest time. They, essentially, since they have the advantage over here, you have the advantage in this closed-in area. And if they bring 2 or more people into you, as long as it's not like a diva, because that they just eat all your shots up and you die. Essentially, you're trying to force them to over-allocate resources, and for you to come out, essentially, on an even trade, a 1-to-1 trade, let's say, you actually get the advantage, because if they take 2 or 3 people, that means it's a 5v3 here, and you took out 1. So an even trade here is actually a bigger advantage because you're taking more people off the choke point and allowing your team to get into the most difficult part of the map. This is what I mean by, like, at sometimes you need to be closer. At other times you need to be farther back. And that just has to do with this running at target stuff. If you do this a little bit more, you'll get more and more comfortable with long-range target attacking. Because I know a lot of people, they don't like sitting back and shooting at range because they're like, it feels like I don't do anything. Like, and I get that at times it does feel like that, but you'll get better at it. You'll start shutting down areas, and as you shut down areas, you'll start enabling your teammates to be able to essentially attack from a advantageous positioning, which it's funny because they're like, Junkrat did nothing, and you're like, no, you're just making the area easy for them to take, which allows them to do their job easier. Essentially, your job is to make this part easy for your team. And since they do this part by themselves, they think you've done nothing. But you actually made everything a lot easier for them now. So it's just kind of... I know it sounds... I'm trying to tell you, do 2 different things at the same time, but it's just your different timings. It's different situations. And the only reason I wouldn't even tell someone this at 2900, it just seems like your decision-making is on point. And you're doing things pretty damn well. You just have to start understanding the whole breadth of Junkrat and what he can do in all situations, and then start using that to your advantage. But first of all, fix that. DPS enabling? Yeah, Zing, that's a good way to think of it. And that's what you're doing. Whenever anyone does area denial or area control, what you're doing is, like any kind of defensive-based hero, think of it as infrastructure, and you're setting things up for your team to do their job a lot easier. Which is weird, because when someone does their job, like if a McCree comes in here and pops off, and he's like, man, Junkrat's not doing shit, I'm doing everything. And like everyone in chat's like, oh, this McCree's a carry, the Junkrat sucks. And you're like, actually, the McCree's shooting people off of your hard work. Not saying it doesn't take skill to do what the McCree does, but to understand that he would be in a different situation if the Junkrat wasn't helping. I think that'll be it for this one.